It's my birthday. This year for my birthday, I will be giving you a gift. It comes with 4 things. And if you're a wedding photographer, it'll all be very helpful for you. Number 1 is my wedding day photo checklist. Number 2, my email templates. You'll have full access to my email templates. Number 3, a wedding photography pricing template. And number 4, a free Lightroom preset pack. You get all that. All you have to do is click the link before the end of my birthday, July 14th at midnight Eastern time, and you get access to it. Who am I, you might ask? I am Taylor Jackson. I am primarily a wedding photographer, about an hour outside of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And I photograph on a normal year somewhere between 60 to 70 weddings, which might seem like a lot, but when you have your outsourcing in place, there's lots of content over on my channel if you're interested in learning a little bit more about kind of my process. And I feel like I'm all kind of based on efficiency, that I want to give a great client experience, but I also want my behind the scenes to be as absolutely efficient as possible. I use this efficiency essentially to unlock time freedom for myself. That my goal going into wedding photography and becoming a photographer was always to have the ability to travel or to not really be locked to a specific location ever. And I feel like after it didn't take me all the 15 years that I've been a wedding photographer to get to there, but I do feel like I got to a point where I became very, very happy with the business that I created. And I really do feel like wedding photography, or maybe hybrid coverage, you're doing both photo and video, or maybe even just video only, is one of the best careers that you can choose really out of any career in the world. And it's not really one that in high school they were like, hey, you can be a photographer. That wasn't a thing. That there were very specific courses that you had to kind of pick one of these routes, and photography was never one of the ones that was even a consideration. What I realized is that if you are interested in kind of a life of self-learning and you can push yourself and motivate yourself, that you will find an amazing career in photography, or specifically wedding photography if you so choose. The hard part is that in the beginning, no one's going to push you, that you're gonna have to push yourself, which is kind of it sounds easy when I say it. It's like, oh yeah, no problem, I'll keep myself self-motivated. But in real life, when you're kind of grinding away for a year or 2 years before you start to see any real significant traction, it becomes very difficult and very easy to give up. I discovered both in my experience as well as the experience of many members in the members group and the part of the members website, that people really do not feel the support from the people, the friends and family that are closest to them, that you would think that like, oh yeah, this person's going to support me for sure. They just don't really, in real life, you don't get that as much as you'd like. If you are fortunate enough to receive that, that's awesome. But in the experience of many, many people, best friends and spouses aren't always 100% on board. And if anything, some people even secretly kind of want you to fail. Like they don't want your life to rapidly accelerate and become amazing, and their life kind of stands still. So there are a lot of psychological aspects at play. So know that if you do want to get into this industry, that it is incredibly important to stay self-motivated and to find maybe a small support group of people that are also building their businesses in roughly the same growth stage as your business. I found this specifically by going to workshops and conferences that I would be kind of next to a bunch of people that, hey, like you're also struggling to book your first couple of weddings, and all of a sudden that's a very quick friendship and you can help each other out. If you are traveling for those conventions or those workshops, all of a sudden you're now friends with people that are in the same growth stage as your business, but are also non-competitive because they don't live locally. I found a lot of help early on in those groups. I'm trying to do what I can to bring that help online as well. So if you're interested in wedding photography things, please head over to my channel. There's actually a 2.5 hour wedding photography tutorial. I called it the ultimate wedding photography tutorial. You actually go behind the scenes, so you're essentially a second photographer with me. So go check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. It's kind of everything that I can tell you about photographing weddings on the actual wedding day. When it comes to the member site that I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, that's kind of all of my business content for the most part. There's it's kind of in 3 tiers, I guess, or 3 sectors or 3 silos, whatever you want to call it. The first one does come with some kind of on-camera training as far as off-camera flash goes and Introvert's Guide to Posing. I'm very introverted and quiet and shy, and it was very difficult for me to just tell my couples what I needed them to do. I would kind of freeze and I didn't know where to go. I didn't really have any poses in mind. I'd kind of draw blank, and then all of a sudden the shoot would get a little bit awkward. This Introvert's Guide to Posing is kind of all about how to not ever experience that and to keep coming up with new ideas that are organic and don't ever seem forced. The main silo, the main tier is all the business content that's on the members website. It is how to book more weddings, essentially. There's, I think, 5 courses now, 2017 through 2021, all about how to book more weddings. And well, maybe the year looks like it's like, oh, like I'm not going to watch a course from 2019. Every single year that course is incredibly different, and everything kind of builds year by year. So if you are going back through those back courses, know that there is still very valuable information in there, while the gear maybe might have changed. There's honestly so much content on there that you will like, go check it out if you're interested in kind of really bringing your business to the next level and actually booking as much work as you possibly can. I feel like when you start to book more work, you start to generate more momentum, and then all of a sudden you can very easily stay self-motivated. And then the third silo of that website is also about how to basically use the time freedom that you unlock by creating a successful wedding photography business and actually using those skills to book free travel or to book at least break-even trips in the beginning. You can now talk to whatever hotel or resort or airline that you want and figure out some sort of deal that works for both of you. As somebody that is a photographer and potentially a video creator, you have a skill set that a lot of other people can't bring to the table when talking to a brand. So know that there are some opportunities there. And with the kind of the regrowth of travel over the next year, it is kind of the perfect time, I would say. So yeah, that's all for this video. I hope that you enjoy the free birthday giveaway, and I will see you again on another time. I cracked my phone the other day, put a case on it. Look at this. So sad. I did get Apple Care this time though, so I actually get a replacement, which is nice. I always say no to it, and this time I was like, maybe. And I need it. That's my story for the day.